Please.
Go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was just trying to think, how can Eamon's banishment help us? Round table 2, I'm discussing Eamon. I'm talking to him. I'm accusing him. And the top reason I had was your body language from day 1 to day 2 had changed dramatically. Who have I not spoken to from round table 2 to when Eamon was banished? And I'm coming to you, Andrew. Yeah. Okay? I was talking to Vanessa. It was the first time in 2 days you joined one of my conversations. So I said I had one more suspicion with that. I'm just thinking about it. And I said, Faye. And we spoke about it. That was all I said. That's all I had since. So we spoke about it. And you were like, Faye's a good shout. Yeah, I think Faye, yeah. Look.
She is a good shout, and I'll explain why, yeah.
So then we were talking about what left in the conclave. And you were like, oh, I think it's a woman who's quiet and shy. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that's the opposite of Faye. Okay, this has happened. Nod your head, I don't mind. And then you said it's a male who's an alpha male. And I'm thinking, okay, that's kind of the opposite to you. So I'm thinking of trying to throw me off there.
That's fine.
This conversation happened, that's fine.
On the piece about why I didn't come to you, because I did suspect you. I hadn't had a conversation with you, and I just didn't trust you enough to talk gameplay with you. Secondly, about you, Faye. I came to you and I said that I had suspicions about you because I thought that the person in the portrait, you said it yourself, is different to the person that's been portrayed here. That
what
portrait
do you mean
looks
in my
nothing
portrait?
like
You mean
because
I look different in person than I do in a picture?
Well, the picture is at a point in time.
What's that to do with what's going on in a game?
People are coming here with different personas and different characters, and I believe that you're not showing your true self. I had openly said this to other people.
Sorry, but they're nodding to confirm that he said he was suspicious.
I can confirm he has said that to me.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't come to you because I didn't trust you. There are people I come to that I trust. And
Why do you trust anyone? Sorry, in this game you trust...
Trust to a certain extent, to the extent you can.
Mad.
Can I just ask you one question just while you're under the spotlight?
Yeah.
And it's just on the Eamon situation. Obviously, he lied about me and you. I was fuming, and at the table, I called him out, and I thought I was the only one. And it's just funny to me that you caught the lie, you thought you caught the traitor, but you didn't convince anybody about that, and you didn't convince anyone that your vote was going that way. So it's just unusual behaviour that you didn't do that and make clear you lied about me, you said something to Paudie that was incorrect, I'm putting your name on. And like anybody who's ready to go like I was on that would make that point very clearly.
We're here to catch lawyers.
Yeah, and I do think we did last night.
If you were there when someone's caught out in a lie, like, why would you, like, shy away from it? Like, you nail someone that's lying and you put more pressure on them to try to catch them out.
I did come at him and say that I thought he saw chaos. You had already made the point about lying. I thought you made it quite well. And I didn't feel like we needed to go back over old ground. There were other people brought up last night as well, and I came listening. I wasn't coming to convince because the last 2 nights I came to convince, I fucked up. I came in to convince on Nina, I came in to convince on Linda, and I was wrong. And last night I came to listen.
Of all the evidence you had on the previous people, nobody actually lied about you. You never said, we're voting Paudie tonight, or Paudie's a traitor. That wasn't a thing. So the fact that he went and brought that to Paudie, and you didn't come in here and go, how dare you do that?
If Nick hadn't pushed so hard, he changed my vote. And I just think if you were that strongly about it, if someone had dead on lied and they were caught out in a lie, you could have changed more people's votes.
Okay. I don't want to say someone else's name.
I am. I mean, I'm not changing, to be honest. I think Katelyn and Eamon came at me. I believe it 100%, to be honest. And I haven't changed my feelings in that, and you know that.
I feel like you voted for me last night. There was no rationale. You never said why you voted for me.
The rationale is quite easy. Yourself and Eamon came to me under the stairs. I keep saying this forever, to tell me to go after Patrick. No, that's the rationale behind it.
Paudie, I voted for you on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th night because you told Andrew that I had mentioned him as someone who's suspicious when I didn't. And to your...
But you did say, I do believe he's doing, like, the misremembering old man. Do you remember?
I said that he keeps being...
Was that about Patrick? That was about you.
I said...
You got young Patrick and old Paudie.
Sorry,
No.
I said, yes, that we haven't had any rationale other than I forget, I got confused, and I just didn't buy it.
No, I have to answer that. Though. You were with Eamon yesterday morning. He's found out to be not telling the truth.
That's why you voted for me.
Not telling the truth. And I associate you with him. That's all I'm saying. And if I'm wrong, I'm absolutely wrong, and I don't care if I'm wrong.
Katelyn, I would like to bring your name to the table. Voting for Paudie 3-4 days in a row just because he did one thing and you haven't really been able to build anything around that. You don't seem to be willing to look for anybody else, and you are willing to die on that hill, whether he is or not. And I don't think that that is faithful behavior, because we do know that there's multiple ones.
You can speak so well at the table, but Eamon convinced us the first night that he wasn't, and I completely flipped on that. And just maybe the most obvious answer from me is the right one.
One of the biggest things that stands out for me with you is when John had said that you were so upset, you came to him looking for the shield, that like he gave it to me.
Didn't.
He told me, I swear.
Yeah, somebody else said that to me in the council.
Yeah, can I just finish? And it just that linked into you then showing the shield to me and Joanna in the kitchen, and I'm like, what is she get? And then that's where my train of thought went down.
Can I just clarify? He said I came looking for the shield.
Can't speak for the dead. John, he said Katelyn was really upset because she thought Paudie was going to murder him. Please don't speak. And, sorry. And I just can't help but think, you went for Paudie. So I know you're saying you didn't say it, but then I was like, why would Paudie murder you if you went for him? I don't think Paudie's an idiot. Just everything piling up. And now, I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's Andrew. If people are voting for him, I'm putting my hands up. Maybe I'm a fool, but I don't believe it's Andrew.
Can I come in and just share, because it seems like I'm under the caution. I'd like to share what I'm thinking before you all make your vote. I think there was a narrative being pushed by someone in the background. Eamon and Katelyn were the actors. I believe Patrick, I believe you were the one pushing the narrative to get everyone else to believe what was being pushed. Eamon had said on the first day when he voted for you, Owen, he had said we need to look at the quiet ones around the table. Patrick, you had also pushed the same narrative about looking for the quiet ones around the table. And Katelyn, you also were pushing the quiet man narrative.
No, I wasn't.
Let me finish.
When did I say that?
Let me finish, please. The actors were yourself and Eamon accusing, because then at the round table you're loud. And so the narrative being pushed is look for the quiet ones while the loud ones are over here doing the work. We don't look at Eamon because he's loud. We don't look at Katelyn because she's loud at the table. But we look at Owen, who brought up a fantastic point last night that, you know, maybe it was traitor on traitor on traitor. Patrick, I was in the car with you and Kelly, and I suggested, Jesus, maybe they're working as a team and there are two actors in this, and there is one person who's pushing the narrative in the background. And you said, geez, I don't think they're thinking that strategically at all.
Yeah, that's the fact.
And I thought to myself, of course they're thinking that strategically. They're the traitors. They're working as a team to plan their next few days out. It was you in the background, pushing the narrative. Katelyn and Eamon were the ones who were being loud at the table, also acting upon the narrative. We have to think of them as teams. I'm sorry I wasn't passionate about it last night, but I am passionate about this theory I've brought up here to the table, and I wanted to explain it.
Way too deep for me. I mean, really, way too deep.
Players, please write down the name of the person who you think is a traitor.